Alrighty, today we're all about work from home jobs that are primarily non-phone and introvert friendly. Now when I say primarily non-phone, you might have to pick up the phone once in a while to ask questions, get more information, but these jobs are not phone based. I have several of them for you, so enough filly farting, let's get into them. So the first one I have comes to us from a company called Push Press. They're a legitimate, well-established fitness technology company that's been around since 2013. They have an opening for a grow support specialist. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions anywhere on this job description. And this job looks like a typical customer support specialist kind of position where you'll be the first line of support for Push Press Grow customers. Basically, you'll respond to incoming intercom chats from Grow customers and manage conversations through resolution, including CRM-related questions and workflows. So there we go. This is a non-phone job. You're going to interact through intercom chats. You'll triage issues, resolve them directly when possible, and follow up on snoozed or pending conversations. You'll also validate and improve help articles, macros, and bot responses, work closely with other teammates, and stay current on product updates, releases, and changes. And all they want from you is a strong working knowledge of the Push Press Grow product and or GHL, and you're familiar with Push Press core and CRM-based communication workflows. You have experience using tools such as Intercom, Slack, and Zoom, and you're able to learn new systems quickly. And then, of course, you need your typical soft skills. And they have a few nice-to-haves, and they're just nice to have. They're not required. Read through them. If you meet any of these nice-to-haves, make sure to include them on your resume. And scrolling down a little bit, they tell us they'll pay you $58,000 per year. So our next work from home job is primarily non-phone. This job comes to us from Ventra Health, and it's for an intake reconciliation specialist. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States, and you'll work Eastern time zone hours, but you don't have to live in the Eastern time zone as long as you can transit your local hours to whatever hours they set your schedule to be. You'll be responsible for resolving discrepancies in your assigned division of billing systems while performing regular audits to assigned clients to ensure all records have been processed for billing. So in other words, you'll analyze data to identify trends and make recommendations for improvements in current practices, create and distribute weekly and monthly reports, participate in projects relating to the results of the reconciliation to ensure timely processing, lead coordination and communication of reconciliation results, and document any identified gaps in reconciliation procedures. You need a high school diploma or a GED and basic level knowledge of SQL. You have 1 year in data analysis, and they prefer you have a year in medical billing, and that part is just preferred, it's not required. You also need basic math skills. You're comfortable using computers as well as Outlook, Word, and Excel. You can type at least 40 words per minute, and you're comfortable using basic office equipment. And I'm scrolling around to see if they tell us how much they pay, and I don't see it anywhere on this job description, but based on my experience looking at similar roles, I think this job could pay anywhere from $18 to $20 per hour, but I can't guarantee that. That's just based on my experience looking at similar roles. You'll have to work out your salary with them. Freedom Mortgage has an opening for a customer research specialist. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States, and what you're going to do is process customer care related tasks, included but not limited to processing some aspects of borrower incoming and outgoing correspondence. You'll assist in the generation of system related letters and notifications and research processes for customer care. So it sounds like you're going to do a whole lot of mortgage related document processing kind of work as well as administrative work. So you need to be an excellent communicator. You have a high school diploma, and they prefer you have some college, an associate's degree or equivalent from a 2-year college or technical school is preferred, and they'd like you to have about 1 year related experience and or training or equivalent combination of education and experience. You can read, analyze, and interpret general business periodicals. You have basic math skills. You can apply common sense, and you have good communication skills. And as far as how much they'll pay you, they don't tell us that, but I'm thinking for this kind of job, based on looking at similar roles, I think this job could pay anywhere from $18 to $20 per hour, but I can't guarantee that. You'll have to work out your salary with them. Okay, so moving on, our next primarily non-phone work from home job is with Candid Health, a company I have talked about in the past. Right now they have an opening for a payment posting specialist, and this is a full-time remote position anywhere within the United States, but it is a contractor role. So that means you more than likely won't get benefits, and they're not going to do any tax withholding. So in this job, you'll be responsible for accurately and efficiently posting payments, adjustments, and denials to patient accounts, and they tell us a strong understanding of various payer systems and medical billing practices is essential for success in this role. So yeah, you do some payment and remittance posting, ERA and claim management, which means you'll proactively identify and resolve ERA gaps by investigating missing remittances, contacting payers, or manually posting payments as needed to maintain clean accounts receivable. And you'll research and correct claims or posting errors that prevent claims from reconciling properly. They want you to have 2 to 3 years experience in medical billing, payment posting, or a similar RCM role. You also have proven experience navigating and extracting remittance data from major payer portals. You have experience with credit balance resolution and refund processing, and you're proficient with medical billing software and electronic health record systems. They want you to have expert-level understanding of EOBs, ERAs, CPT, ICD-10, and standard adjustment and denial codes, and you have exceptional data entry speed and accuracy. And down at the bottom of the job description, they tell us they'll pay you $20 to $24 per hour. Okay, so Davis, Wright & Tremaine is a pretty good-sized law firm that's been around since the 1940s, and they have quite a few remote jobs available. However, they're not hiring nationwide, but I did want to bring these jobs to you just in case you live in some of the areas in which they are hiring. So I'm looking at their careers page, and we can see they have quite a few remote jobs available right now, including a billing assistant, billing specialist. They have some collections positions. They have some jobs in finance as well as development. So take a look at these jobs. If any of them interest you, feel free to check them out. The ones I'm interested in are the billing assistant and billing specialist positions. In this billing assistant job, we can see they're hiring remotely if you live in Seattle, Washington, Los Angeles, California, Portland, Oregon, or San Francisco, California. And in this job, you'll provide assistance to the billing team, including maintenance of work-in-progress records. You'll create and revise client invoices and do other tasks as assigned. And what they want for this job is 1 year of relevant experience in a professional office environment. You have a high school diploma or a GED. They prefer you have a bachelor's degree, and you have advanced skills in Microsoft Excel and Word. And if you live in Washington State, they'll pay you $58,000 to $64,000 per year. If you live in California, they'll pay you $54,000 to $61,000 per year. So taking a quick peek at the billing specialist position, they're hiring remotely in Seattle, Washington, Los Angeles, Portland, Oregon, and San Francisco. And in this job, you'll be responsible for maintaining work-in-progress records, processing client invoices, editing billing instructions, and other tasks as assigned. So this job is similar to the one I just shared. They want you to have about 1 year relevant experience in a professional office environment. A college degree is preferred. Finance or accounting focus is a plus. You're proficient in Microsoft Excel and Word, and you have your typical soft skills. And scrolling down a little bit further, they tell us in Washington they'll pay you $68,000 to $75,000 per year, and in California they'll pay you $69,000 to $76,000 per year. Nomi Health has been around since 2019, and they operate as a direct healthcare program and payments firm. And they have a job where you're going to do a whole bunch of data entry. This one is for a provider network ops coordinator. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States. And what you're going to do is accurately enter and maintain provider and roster data across multiple systems. You'll format provider data and various source files into a defined schema, process provider add, change, and termination requests, and verify data for accuracy, completeness, and consistency. So yeah, a whole bunch of data entry. They have more details. If interested, go ahead and read through the details. They want you to have experience in data entry, operations, healthcare administration, or a related field. You also have strong attention to detail and a commitment for data accuracy. You're comfortable using Excel or Google Sheets. And they prefer, but they don't require, they prefer you have experience working with provider data or healthcare operations. They also prefer, but don't require, you're familiar with provider onboarding, roster management, or claim support. And they prefer, but don't require, you have experience working across multiple systems or databases. And scrolling around this job description, I'm just looking to see if they tell us how much they pay, and I don't see it anywhere on the job description. Let's take a quick peek at the application. And scrolling down this application, I don't see the salary indicated here either, but I'm thinking for this kind of job, based on looking at other jobs similar to this one, this job could pay anywhere from about $16 to $18 per hour, but I can't guarantee that. You'll have to work out your salary with them. Health Equity is another company I've talked about before. Right now they have an opening for a senior recruiting coordinator, and this job is full-time remote. I did not see any location restrictions, so you can do it anywhere within the United States. And what you're going to do in this position is play a crucial role in the recruitment process, ensuring a smooth and efficient experience for candidates and hiring managers. You'll coordinate various aspects of the hiring process, including scheduling interviews, offer management, onboarding compliance, and maintaining accurate records in the applicant tracking system. You'll also collaborate closely with the recruiting team and other departments to support the company's hiring goals and contribute to a positive candidate experience. And they have more details as far as what you're going to do on a regular basis. If interested, read through the details. They want you to have a high school diploma or a GED, a bachelor's degree in human resources, business administration, or a related field is preferred. And that's just preferred, it's not required. Although they do want you to have at least 3 years experience in a recruiting, staffing, HR, or similar role. You also have experience using applicant tracking systems and other HR software, and you're familiar with background check processes and I-9 E-Verify compliance requirements. You have knowledge of employment laws and regulations related to hiring and onboarding, and they prefer you have exposure to any talent acquisition and or human resource internships. And we can see right here on the job description, they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $23.32 up to $27 per hour. Storable has an opening for an administrative support associate. Now, if this company sounds familiar, maybe you saw the video I posted earlier today with a job with the same company, but it's a completely different job. So this job is full-time remote. However, they're only hiring in 36 states within the United States. So fingers crossed, hopefully your state is listed. So you'll be part of the risk success team, and you'll provide administrative, technical, and operational support to ensure the team operates efficiently and delivers outstanding service to partners. You work closely with the success specialist to help prioritize tasks, track progress, and ensure timely completion of important client-related activities. So yeah, you'll do a whole bunch of admin kind of work in this position. They'd like you to have at least 3 years experience in customer service, administrative assistant, and or similar role. You need all your typical soft skills, and you get bonus points if you're familiar with the self-storage industry or insurance products. You also get bonus points if you have experience with Zoho CRM or similar systems. And I'm just going to look around to see if they tell us how much they pay. But before I get to that, I want to mention this. They tell us they'll give you a $50 monthly home data stipend plus a home office sign-on bonus of $250. And scrolling down a little further, they tell us they'll pay you between $40,000 and $60,000 per year. So I have one more non-phone work from home job, and I think a lot of you are really going to like this one. So there's a company called Synthesia. They provide a browser-based AI video creation platform. They've been around since 2017. And they have an opening for a junior technical support specialist. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions. And what you're going to do is deliver first-line technical support to enterprise customers. You'll assist with the technical investigations, resolve customer issues, and learn to handle more complex cases as you develop your technical and analytical skills. You work closely with experienced technical support specialists and engineers, gaining exposure to a wide range of technical systems while supporting customers and internal teams. And they tell us this is a great opportunity to start or advance your career in technical support within a fast-paced, innovative SaaS company. And the technical support work you'll do will be done mainly via live chat, so very little, if any, phone work in this position. And what they want from you is about 1 year experience in a technical support, help desk, or customer-facing technical role or relevant education. You have a strong interest in technology, software troubleshooting, or customer success. And you have your typical soft skills. And they have some preferred technical experience qualifications. They're just preferred. They're not required. Read through them. If you meet any of them, make sure to include them on your resume. And as far as the salary, they don't share that anywhere on this job description. Let's take a quick peek at the application. Scrolling down the application, I don't see the salary indicated here either. But I wouldn't be surprised if this job pays around $50,000 per year, but I'm not guaranteeing that. That's just based on what I have seen in similar roles. You'll have to work out your salary with them. So there you go. We just went over a nice handful of primarily non-phone, very introvert-friendly work-from-home jobs. Hopefully one of them works out for you. And if you're looking for more work-from-home jobs, you can find some in this video right here. And hang in there, guys. Your job is out there. We're on our way to finding it. Thank you so much for visiting. I truly appreciate your support, and I'll meet you on the next job lead.